The most powerful immune food on planet Earth, 100% designed by nature, but actually programs your immune system. Something so advanced, so magical, so potent that our society wouldn't even exist without it. Can you guess what it is? Antiviral properties. It's also known as a wound healer. Anti-tumor properties. It's basically an immune system download from your mom to you without having to go through all the experience of getting infections, developing antibodies, and developing an immune system. It's actually something in the first breast milk, colostrum. If you haven't been breastfed as an infant, you can still take colostrum. I'm going to talk about all of the things that it can do for you that go way beyond strengthening your immune system. Colostrum is produced in the first 24 to 72 hours after birth. It's a thick, yellowy fluid, kind of a golden color, rich in probiotics, including L. reuteri. And I've done videos just on that one microbe, how it increases oxytocin, social bonding, reducing stress, and why people are missing it. Either they haven't been breastfed or they had antibiotics, because that microbe is very sensitive to antibiotics. 100 times more immune building than just regular milk. It also has stem cells, as well as a very important prebiotic, HMO, that's going to feed the probiotic produced by the breast, is going into the baby and feeding certain really key microbes that then develop the immune system. And then along with the colostrum in the breast milk, you have a good amount of cholesterol, which is really important to build an infant's brain. Very high levels of omega-3 fats, which a lot of your brain is made out of. You also have hormones like oxytocin, you have cortisol. So in early breast milk, including colostrum, we're not just feeding the baby, we are reprogramming all sorts of immune cells. We're building the body. We're forming the brain, the eyes. And what's really cool about this is there's a dynamic interaction between infant saliva and the interaction with the breast, in that there's certain sensors that will pick up from the saliva certain microorganisms, maybe an infection, maybe a low nutrient, and then on demand, the breast starts producing immune factors to protect the infant. And then if we compare that to what most infants consume, which is infant formula, it's really sad. Because yes, the infant formula has calories, but what type of calories? You're using the lowest quality calories you can get. It's basically early ultra-processed food calories. If you ever look at the ingredients, it has maltodextrin, they put soy in there. It's just low quality. And it's lacking the X factor, the immune intelligence. You don't get any probiotics either. Then the child's more predisposed to allergies, asthma, skin problems, obesity, and even cognitive delays. I hope I'm impressing on you the importance of breastfeeding. So if you know anyone who is pregnant or going to have children, encourage them to do breastfeeding. It sets the stage for long-term health. Without that colostrum, there could be a lot of issues that happen way down the road. I live in a farm. We have sheep, we have goats, we have chickens. And what's really interesting, when a sheep has babies, and if the mother doesn't survive, that baby sheep without colostrum, a lot of times they won't make it. And it's amazing because with humans, we don't even think twice about it. We don't really encourage that colostrum early on. But what does that have to do with you right now? Well, let's just take a look at colostrum. You can get it as a supplement. But first, let me tell you what colostrum is good for, okay? The first condition that it's really good for is problems in your gut. If you have a leaky gut, if there's damage in your gut, you need to take colostrum. It has significant gut healing power, and it can help lower inflammation. It can help the ratio of keeping your pathogens down where your microbes are higher. Colostrum is also really powerful for anything respiratory, allergies, if you have asthma. Colostrum also helps an overactive immune system, as in an autoimmune disease. There's a lot of skin problems that people have, eczema, things like that. They should take colostrum. But colostrum can also be taken when you get older and your thymus gland, the master immune gland on top of your heart that's supposed to make T cells, to the point where it really shrivels up and it becomes really, really tiny as you get older. Well, guess what? Colostrum can help support the thymus gland. And it's also good for any age-related problem, whether you're losing muscle mass or you have age-related wrinkles on your skin, macular degeneration, arthritis, long COVID, Hashimoto's, autistic people would really benefit, or whether you have Lyme disease. Now, the type of colostrum you get is very, very important. It's heat sensitive, And a lot of the colostrum out there is not freeze-dried, okay? Which means it's kind of virtually raw. You want to get the freeze-dried version of colostrum. So I hope I raised your awareness on the importance of breastfeeding, but especially colostrum, which is something you can take even later in life. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book more extensive called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here called The New Body Type Guide. Major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book because there's some only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat burning triggers and blockers and fat burning strategies with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto and Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.